Hello, this is going to be lesson 1.5, which is going to be the first of two review lessons. So thus far we have covered the pitches Do, Re, Mi, Fa, and Sol. So by this point, you should know how to spell each of these pitches. And this is using the Braille, knowing that Do uses the letters D-O and not the contraction for do. And knowing that Mi is spelled M-I and not M-E. And Re is spelled M-E or R-E and not R-A-Y. And Fa should be pretty self-explanatory, F-A. And Sol is S-O-L. So as mentioned before, these are from Latin words. This whole solfege comes from a Latin hymn from a very different time than what we're living right now. So those are all the pitches. Now, the dot numbers, you guys should also know the dot numbers, because if you don't know the dot numbers, you're not going to be able to write or read the pitches in Braille. So it's really important to learn the dot numbers. Do is 1, 4, 5. Re is 1, 5. Mi is 1, 2, 4. Fa is 1, 2, 4, 5. And Sol is 1, 2, 5. And then the last column we have are the actual shapes of what each of these dot patterns look like in Braille. And in the last lesson, a couple lessons, I've linked the alphabetic letters to some of these Braille shapes for learning how to memorize them. So these shapes not only represent pitches in music, but they also represent text in literacy Braille, like if you're reading a book or something. So these are actual letters in literacy. So Braille only has 64 combinations, and that is including the space. So each symbol needs to share multiple duties depending on what it is you're looking at. If you're looking at text, these shapes are going to mean alphabetic letters and sometimes whole words. If you're looking at numbers, like mathematics, these shapes are going to represent numbers. If you're looking at music, these shapes are going to represent pitches. So that's how, it's really important to understand that what you're looking at in Braille. Someone who knows how to read literacy Braille but doesn't know how to read music Braille, they could pick up a piece of music and feel their hand across, and they wouldn't know what it says because it would look like gibberish, because it's a completely different code. So that's why it's important to recognize the dot patterns with the numbers and the proper solfege spellings and the pitch names. Okay, so for review, I'm going to give you a pitch, and you, as fast as you can, call out the numbers. If you want to write them down, you can also do that too. So, the first one, obviously, I mean, if you have sight, get a blindfold. Don't be like cheating on this. Okay, the first one is do. Answer 1, 4, 5. Fa. Answer 1, 2, 4, 4, 5. Sol. Answer 1, 4, 1, 2, 5. I am looking right at it. Mi. Answer 1, 2, 4. Re. Answer 1, 5. Fa. Answer 1, 2, 4, 5. Do. Answer 1, 4, 5. Mi. Answer 1, 2, 4. Sol. Answer 1, 2, 5. Fa. Answer 1, 2, 4, 5. Re. Answer 1, 5. Mi. Answer 1, 2, 4. Now I'm going to give you the dot numbers, and you provide the solfege, the pitch that goes with that combination of numbers. So if I said 1, 5, you would say re, or you could also write this down too. Okay, so here's the first one. Again, I'm just going to randomly call them. 1, 5. Answer re. 1, 2, 4, 5. Answer fa. 1, 2, 4. Answer mi. 1, 4, 5. Answer do. 1, 2, 5. Answer sol. 1, 2, 4. Answer mi. 1, 5. Answer re. 1, 4, 5. Answer do. 1, 2, 4, 5. Answer fa. 1, 2, 4. Answer mi. 1, 2, 5. Answer sol. So now I am going to give an alphabetic letter, and you provide the solfege that matches that alphabetic letter. An example would be if I said E, you would say re, because E and re share the same dot pattern. And we have gone through this in other lessons, so if this might be a little tricky, you might need to go back to previous lessons. Okay, so the first one, again, I'm just going to call these out at random. D. Answer do. F. Answer mi. H. Answer sol. G. Answer fa. E. Answer re. D. Answer do. G. Answer Fa. F. Answer Mi. H. Answer Sol. E. Answer Re. D. Answer Do. Okay, so that covers that. If you want more review, like, let me know, and I could post like a whole bunch of them if you want, like in a separate video. Okay, so the next section we have is what I would consider call and response. This is when I play some pitches on the keyboard piano thingy, and you would sing them back. And as this is a review lesson, all the pitches that we have covered, these are all going to be in stepwise motion. So there's going to be no skips or jumping around. The next lesson we do, there will be skips and jumping around, so it'll be a little bit more challenging. But for now, we're just going to do all these in just simple stepwise motion. But there will be multiple pitches. There's not just going to be 2 or 3 or 4 pitches. There's, at most, it looks like there's going to be 5 to 6. The last couple are going to be a little bit longer. So, here is the first one. And I believe there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7. So, if you want to number these, you can, but it's not really needed. So, if you want to use these for dictation, you can do that. I will provide the solfege probably when I do the other answer dictation. You got like dictation homework, so I gotta give the answers up for that too. I'll post those. I'll post all the answers in the next video. Okay, so for this, if you want to use these for just singing, that's fine. If you want to use them for dictation, that's fine too, depending on what your level and comfortability is. I don't know if that's the right word. Okay, so here's the first one. This is Do. Okay, here it is again. If you want to pause between, go ahead and do that. If you're writing these, please pause. Here it is the second time. Here's your Do. Pause. And here it is for the third and final time. That's your Do. And next is going to be a different one. Number 2 if you want to number it. Here's your Do. And here's the melody. Pause. Here's the second one again. Here's your Do. And here's the melody. Pause. And here's number 2 for the third and final time. Here's your Do. And the melody. The third one. Here is your Do. And here is the melody. Pause. Here's the melody for the second time. That's your do. Pause. And here's the melody for the third time. Here's your do. Whatever melody, we're on the fourth one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're on the fourth one. I don't have these numbered. Naughty me. Here's your do. And here is the melody. Pause. Here's the fourth melody again for the second time. Here's your do. And here is the melody. Pause. And here's the melody for the third time. Here's your do. And here's the melody. And number 5, here is do, and here is the melody. Pause. Here is number 5 for the second time. That's your do. And here's the melody. Pause. Here is number 5 for the third and final time. Here's your do. And here's the melody. And number 6, oh, I forgot to mention pause after that one, sorry. Number 6, here's do for the first one. And here is the melody. Pause. Here's number 6 for the second time. Here's do. Here's the melody for number 6. Pause. And here is number 6 for the third and final time. Here's your do. And here's the melody. Pause. And last but not least, here is number 7. Here is your do. And here is the melody. Pause. Here is number 7 for the second time. Here is do. And here is the melody. Pause. And here is number 7 for the third and final time. Here's your do. And here is the melody. Pause. And that concludes that section. Yay! Again, I will post answers for what these pitches were when I post the answers for the homework. So that will conclude like actual, I guess if you want to call it, classwork. Next section I have is a whole bunch of usual, it's the homework stuff that we've been doing. There's recitation. I have marked down 10 times a day. Let me zoom in on this so that you can see it a little bit better. And I will read through this so that people can both see and hear. Okay, so homework. Recitation 10 times per day. And with metronome. That's right. This is a new thing that we had introduced. I think it was at the last lesson, if I remember correctly. We had done like 60. Let me see here if I can. I don't want that. I want it to drop to 60. So what we were doing was we were working on a quicker recall for the dot number spelling, or for the Braille pitch spellings. So an example would be if we were to use the pitch do, which is spelled 1, 4, 5, it would sound something like this. This is a beat at 60. Do, 1, 4, 5. If you wanted to do it a little bit quicker, you could try to fit 1, 4, 5 within the beat, so it would kind of have a triplet feel. This is what it would sound like. Do, 1, 4, 5. Do, 1, 4, 5. And then you would just continue to increase tempo. For the re, if you wanted to do that within the beat, it would sound like this. Well, first I'm going to do it with each click. So this is re. Re, 1, 5. Re, 1, 5. And if you wanted to put that 1, 5 within a beat, it's going to sound as 2 quavers. So it's going to sound like this. Re, 1, 5. Re, 1, 5. Re, 1, 5. So those are just a couple different examples. Let me see. Fa. Fa has 4 letters or 4 numbers. And that's 1, 2, 4, 5. That would sound something like this. This is with every beat, every click. Fa, 1, 4, 5. Oh, 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4, 5. Fa, 1, 2, 4, 5. If you were to squish all that into one beat, it would sound like this. Fa, 1, 2, 4, 5. It's a little late. Fa, 1, 2, 4, 5. Fa, 1, 2, 4, 5. Fa, 1, 2, 4, 5. So that's kind of how that would work. Obviously, as you're increasing tempo, some of those may not be as feasible, but basically that is to work on recall, quicker, faster recall. And again, you can flip those around. You could do 1, 2, 4, 5, fa, 1, 2, 4, 5, fa. So you can easily flip the numbers and then recall the solfege. But doing both the solfege and the numbers, and then the numbers and the solfege, the more quicker those neurons are firing both ways, the quicker your recall in music recognition when you actually feel real Braille will be. Okay, next part. We have dot spellings of all pitches. So that would be exactly what I was just talking with you about with the metronome. And then we also have the intervals. So if we did do, re with the metronome, that would be a second. It would sound like this. Do, re, second. Do, re, second. That would be the quicker version. If you want the slower version, do, re, second. Do, re, second. And again, you can flip the numbers around. You can say the numbers first, then the solfege. And also, as a reminder, the third, do, to me is a major third, and sol to me is a minor third. So that's not to forget those. But all the other ones are just either a second or a fourth or a fifth. And the third one, the thirds, they're major or minor. So next we have reading. So I am going to recite the solfege, and you will have to write them down into Braille, like in Braille music notation. So if I say do, re, mi, you have to be able to write these out into the shapes of these actual solfege, so that you'd be reading the actual music notes, not the name spellings. So I'm going to recite these. There's 5 of them. So you might need to pause. I'm going to try to split this up. The fourth one looks pretty... Yeah, fourth one looks pretty long. But I'm going to try to split this up. Okay. The first one. Do, re, mi, fa. Mi, fa, sol. Number 2. Sol, fa, mi, re. Mi, fa, sol. Number 3. Re, do, re, mi, fa. Sol, fa, mi. Number 4. Mi, re, do, re. Mi, fa, sol, fa. Mi, re, do. Number 5. Fa, mi, fa, sol. Fa, mi, re, do. So those will need to be written out in music notation. And if you need help figuring out what the letters, how these names are written out into Braille music, refer to your previous notes or to previous lessons. Okay, so the next section deals with dictation. I'm going to play those at the end. I just want to cover through the vocalises real quick, and then I will record the dictation for you guys. Okay, so for the vocalises, these are just standard little singing ditties, and this is not for like making your voice really pretty. This is to help you learn what music sounds like and to better get a grasp of the oral sound before you actually get to the written sound or the written notation. So these have been done. We've been doing these for many, many weeks. So we should be very good at recognizing what these are. So I'm not going to go through the solfege. I'm just going to play them. And then if you need the solfege, you will need to refer to previous lessons to pull that out or refer to your notes. Okay, so the pentascale is a 5-note scale, and we've started to do it ascending and descending. So that would sound like this. So that's the ascending. The descending is going to sound like this. Okay? And then we have what's called the additive pentatonic. This one can be really fun when you actually get a hang of it. The ascending additive pentatonic sounds like this. Did I do that right? Additive pentatonic. Okay, I totally screwed that up. I'm gonna have to figure out how to cut videos real soon because this is really frustrating me. Okay, the additive pentatonic scale sounds like this. Okay, let me redo that whole thing. So the additive pentatonic scale sounds like this. And that was the ascending. The descending additive pentatonic scale sounds like this. So that is the pentatonic scale. Next we have the intervals, which is what I was starting to do. So the intervals, this is when you would do like do, re, second, do, mi, major third, do, fa, fourth, do, sol, fifth. So that's what those are. And that would be done something like this if I were to just play them. The descending would sound like this. So that is that. And then the jumping thirds, this one also can be quite fun. It sounds like this. Let me do that again. That's the ascending. The descending sounds like this. Yeah. No. Descending. That's what that one sounds like. And then the last one we have is just a tonic triad, which if you can find 2 other people to sing with you, you can actually sing this chord. Somebody would sing this note, another person would sing this note, and then a third person would sing the top note. and then you could like switch parts so that each of you have an understanding. The hardest note would be the middle note, because it requires a little bit more digging around it, with the ear. So to sing this, as far as just single voice, we would just arpeggiate it, which is basically just to play one note at a time, like this. That's the ascending, and that's arpeggiated. And then the descending would sound like this. And that's the descending tonic triad arpeggiated. So, lastly, I'm going to play through the dictation exercises. It says there's 40, but there's not really. There's like 30 something. So I will just call out the numbers from the material that I'm pulling this from, and then you can write them down. I will play through each exercise 3 times, and I will say pause so that you can pause and actually write it down. And this would be very familiar what people at universities do when they're doing music dictation in a classroom. This is similar setup. So here's the first one, and all these pitches, they're all going to cover all the notes that we've been working on. The first several, I would say at least 10 or so, are going to just be dealing with the tonic triad. And then all the other ones beyond that are going to be with, all the pitches. So here is number 1. Here's your do. And I will only play the do for the first time. That way it doesn't drag out. So here's do. Here's the melody for number 1 first time. Pause. Here's the melody for number 1 the second time. Pause. Here's the melody for number 1 the third time. This is the last time too. Pause. Number 2. Here's your do. And here is the melody played the first time. Pause. Here's number 2, the melody for the second time. Here's number 2, pause. Forgot to say pause. Here's melody number 2 for the third time. Pause. Here's number 3. Here's your do. And here is the melody for the first time. Pause. Here's number 3, the melody for the second time. Pause. Here's the melody for number 3, the third and final time. And number 4, sorry, I forgot to say pause after that. Number 4, here's your do. And here is the melody the first time for number 4. Pause. Here's number 4, melody for the second time. Pause. Here's the melody for number 4, the third time. This is the last time too. Pause. Okay, here's number 5. Here's your do. And here is the melody for the first time. Pause. Here's number 5, melody for the second time. Pause. And here's the melody for the third and final time for number 5. Number 6. Here's your do. And here is the melody for number 6 for the first time. Pause. And here's number 6 melody for the second time. And pause. And here's number 6 for the third and final time, melody. Pause. And number 7, here's your do. And here is the melody for the first time. Pause. And here's the melody for number 7, again, second time. Pause. And here's the melody for number 7 for the third and final time. Pause. And here's number 8. Here is your do. And here is the melody for number 8. Pause. And here's number 8 for the second time. Here's the melody. Pause. And here's number 8 for the third and final time, melody. Pause. And here is number 9. Here's your do. And here is the melody for number 9, first time. Pause. And here is number 9 for the second time. And here is number 9 for the third and final time. Pause. Here is number 10. Here's your do. And here is the first time melody for number 10. Pause. And here's number 10 for the second time. Pause. And here is number 10 for the third and final time. Pause. And here is number 11. Here's your do. And here is number 11 for the first time, melody. Pause. And here's number 11 for the second time. Pause. And here is number 11 for the third and final time. Number 12. Here is your do. And here is your melody for the first time. Pause. Here's number 12 for the second time. Pause. And here's number 12 for the third and final time. Pause. Okay, next we're going to jump to number 17. this is when we start introducing the other pitches, but there will still be skips here and there. Okay, so here is number 17, the first time through. Here's your do, and here is the melody. Pause. Here is number 17 for the second time. Pause. And here is number 17 for the third and final time. Pause. Next, we're going to move on to number 18. Here is do, and here is the melody. Pause. Here is number 18 for the second time. Pause. And here is number 18 for the third and final time. Pause. Number 19. Here is your do, and here is the melody. Pause. And here's number 19 for the second time. Pause. And here's number 19 for the third and final time. Pause. Number 20. Here is do, and here is the melody for the first time. Pause. Here's the melody for the second time, number 20. Pause. And here's number 20 for the third time. Next, we move on to number 21. Here is do, and here is the melody for the first time. Pause. And here's number 21 for the second time. Pause. And here's 21 for the third and final time. And pause. Here is number 22. Here's your do, and here's the melody. Pause. Here's number 22 for the second time. Pause. Here's 22 for the third and final time. Pause. And here's number 23. Here is do, and here is the melody for the first time. Pause. Here's number 23 for the second time. Pause. Here's 23 for the third and final time. Pause. Here is number 24. Here's your do, and here is the melody for the first time. Pause. Here's number 24 for the second time. Pause. Here's 24 for the third time. This is the last time too. Pause. And here's number 25. Here is Do. And here is the melody for 25. Pause. Here's number 25 for the second time. Pause. And here's 25 for the third and final time. Pause. And number 26. Here is Do. And here is the melody for 26. Pause. Here's number 26 again for the second time. Pause. And here's 26 for the third and final time. Pause. And here's number 27. Here is Do. And here is the pitches, the melody for the first time. Pause. And here's number 27 for the second time. And pause. And here's number 27 for the third time. Pause. Okay, number 28. That's your Do. And here is the melody. Pause. And here's number 28 for the second time. Here, pause. Here's number 28 for the third time. Pause. Okay, next we move on to 29. We are almost done. Here's your Do. Here's the melody for 29. Pause. Here's the melody for 29 again. Pause. And here's the melody for 29, the third and final time. Pause. We have made it to number 30. I think there's 7, 8 left. I'm not sure. I'd have to check. Either way, we're almost done. Here is number 30. Here's your Do. Here is the music the first time. Pause. And here's number 30 for the second time. Pause. And here's 30 for the third and final time. Pause. And here's number 31. Here is Do. And here is the melody. Pause. And here's 31 for the second time. Here, pause. And here's 31 for the third and final time. Pause. Number 32. Here's your do, and here is the melody. Pause. Here's 32 again. Pause. Here is 32 for the third and final time. Pause. Next we have number 33. Yay. Here's your do. And here is the melody for 33 the first time. Pause. And here's 33 for the second time. Pause. And here is 33 for the third and final time. Pause. Next we move on to 34. Here is 34 for the first time. This is your do. I hope you understand that that's do. Here's 34 melody for the first time. Pause. And here's 34 for the second time. Pause. And here's 34 for the third and final time. Pause. And here's number 35. Here's your do. And here is the melody for 35. Pause. Here's the melody for 35 for the second time. Pause. And here's number 35 for the third and final time. Pause. Okay, number 36. Here is your do. And here is the melody. Pause. And here's number 36 again. Pause. And here's number 36 for the third and final time. Pause. Number 37. Here is do. And here is the melody. Sorry, I messed up on that one. Yes. Scratch that one. Here's number 37 for real. I totally messed up on that one. Here's your do. And here is number 37. Pause. And here's number 37 again. Pause. And here's 37 for the third and final time. Pause. And next we have 38. And here is your do. And here is the melody for 38. Here's number 38 for the second time. Pause. And here's number 38 for the third and final time. Pause. And here's number 39. Here is Do. And here is the melody for 39. Pause. Here's number 39 again. Pause. Here's 39 for the third and final time. Pause. And here's number 40. This is the very last one for the dictation section. Here is your Do, and here is the melody for number 40. Pause. Here's number 40 for the second time. Pause. And here's number 40 for the third and final time. Pause. Okay, so that concludes that. I will post answers in a separate video. I'm sorry about the errors, but I figure this thing has been long and waiting, and I just want to try to get it out. Okay, so I will post answers in a separate video, and until then, enjoy working through all this, and we'll talk with you guys later. Bye!